Hi. I'll wait for you guys to answer until I see a little bit more of my peeps coming on. Hi guys. Well, I wanted to make this live about a few different things that I'm seeing on Facebook that I kind of want to like help you guys with. So I've been seeing a lot of posting about like breakups and just honestly, I don't know how to explain it. Like just, you know, just like a rough time in life, I guess, is the best way I can explain this. And so, you know, life is going to throw you these curveballs, and regardless if you want to or not, regardless of how great of a person you are or not. And I feel like that's super important for everyone to know that. Hey. But yeah, and I want you guys to remember, especially during a breakup, it hurts like heck. I am not gonna belittle that. I'm not gonna pretend that that's wrong. Any of that. It hurts really bad. You know, I've been through a major one, and it hurts. It really does. But the thing about that is, and I know a lot of questions when it comes to breakup is, how am I going to start over? How am I going to sleep again when I don't have nobody there next to me? You know, those are like a few questions that I can just even think of off the top of my head. Hi. And my answer is this. You know, breakups are an ugly, horrible thing, but they're also the most beautiful thing. You can take that time and work on yourself as an individual person. And that's what I really did, you know, especially in my situation I did. And I recommend you all doing it. Really take a moment and just focus on yourself. And that doesn't make you any less or it doesn't, how should I word this? It doesn't make you a bad person to focus on yourself for a minute. You need that every once in a while, you know, and I feel like that's so important in life, you know, because you go through so much things and repetitively, and you get so used to how things were that if one thing were to change, and it could be the tiniest thing that's going to throw off our balance, you know, but we have, you know, and then so we have to learn to adapt to a new thing, and then that goes away or changes, or you get my point with that. So, you know, take that moment and work on yourself. You don't need a boyfriend, a girlfriend to hold you through the night thinking everything's going to be okay, because I'm sorry, I was single for over 16 years of my life. I bet I can be single for a year or two. Like, and if you really put yourself in perspective like that, like, realistically, we were all single, and look how much stress-free and worry we were. I'm not saying relationships are bad, because I would love to have a husband and would love to have my family, you know, but then realistically, just, you know, you can get through it, though, you know. If you were single for them 16 whatever years you were single, it's not going to be so bad waiting another year or two. And I really had to talk to myself about that one, because I was like, well, okay, well, what am I doing wrong? You know, that I can't have a boyfriend apparently, you know. And then I would like talk to myself, and I'm like, why am I being so harsh on myself? That's not helping me in my situation. Like, it's really not. And I'm like, and then I'm like, regardless, someone's going to fall in love with you, the perfect you. And it's going to be the most amazing thing ever. And see, the thing is that, you know, we're so focused on what's going on, and we're so focused on just that relationship that we don't really think about our needs, what we want, you know. And I feel like that's important, because your mental health is more important than anything. And mental health is just as important as your physical health, if not a little bit even more important. because you can either sit every night and cry, and what is that realistically going to do? You know what I mean? So you got to take that time, and you've got to really sit down with yourself and focus on what you want. Like, after my breakup, I'll be a little bit of a blood person here. After my breakup with my ex, you know, I really sat down with myself after, of course, crying a lot, and a lot, and a lot, you know. I really sat and focused, and I'm like, well, you know, what can I do to just be happy again? You know, because, of course, you know, when you're sad, you miss a feeling completely of just having someone. You know what I mean? And then, on top of that, then it's like, you want that back, you know, because you're so miserable without that person, and it feels like, oh my God, this is never going to end. Like, what? That's when you really got to focus on what you want. And that's when I finally was like, you know what? When me and my ex were together, I had a dream, and I talked to him a little bit about it, not too terribly much, too much. And, so, about raising awareness for Turners and to public speak, and this has become the most beautiful thing I've ever done. It's been the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and I'm so grateful because, and you're gonna think I'm crazy, I'm grateful for that breakup because, you know, if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I'd be doing this. I'd want to be, but realistically, I really don't know if I would have, you know, and you have to really put yourself in perspective, I think. And again, it's also how I keep telling you guys in a few other lives, it's how you look at things. You can either look at it like it's the world ending and you just can't do it, or you can look at it as like, okay, this is an obstacle, but I got this. I can do this. I don't need that person, because if they're just going to leave me, what point is that anyway, you know? And if they leave you over one time, then do you really want to be with somebody who's going to keep leaving you constantly? But then they're going to tell you, oh, that they love you. But then realistically, when it comes down to it, are they really going to be there for you? Because, and then you got to sit down with yourself and think about what you want as a person and what you want in a relationship. And you've really got to focus on yourself, every aspect of yourself. What do you want in the next relationship? Or maybe if, you know, they were to happen to get their crap together, what do you want in that? You know, and for me, I want a man who's going to be there for me, for one, not going to leave me, and like I'm nothing. Because I'm sorry, if you're going to sit there, break up with me over a text. Sorry, that's bullcrap. I'm a face-to-face person. And no shade, no, you know, disrespect to my ex. Love him to death. But the thing is, at the end of the day, what do I want? I want somebody who's going to give me attention. Somebody who's going to love me, support me, be with me to the end of the day. And I want somebody who's not going to make me feel bad for wanting attention and wanting time. Because at least I'm being loyal, sitting there, you know. And so you have to think about what you want. And again, that's what I want. And I want somebody who actually wants a future, not temporary. I mean, you really need to sit yourself down and think about what you genuinely want. Because when you're genuinely happy, everything is a lot better when you're genuinely happy. And, you know, and I think that's important. Again, it's mental health. And then people that are just going through a rough time, you know, pick yourself back up. Take a moment. Go to your happy spot. Go do what you love to do, whether it's color in a coloring book, whether it's going to a dog park, whether it's going to a theme park, whatever you need to do to get your mental health back straight, that is what you got to do. And I feel like people overlook that. And especially this works for a breakup or genuinely not being happy in life, you know. I feel like no matter what, it's how you look at things. And I'll keep saying that to you guys during this because it's so true. Because if I were to really if you were to constantly just think about that breakup, how are you going to be happy again? And especially when that was a horrible time in your life. If you're going to constantly think about, oh, I have Turners, so it's miserable. First off, Turners is beautiful. It gives us this amazing sisterhood, and it makes us so unique and different. That 1%, you know, that's a great thing. And we're so rare that, you know, we're magic. Essentially, we had that 1% chance so that we're a fighter, you know? Like, it's how you look at things. And then if you want to sit there and like, oh my God, how am I going to do this again? Don't think about how are you going to do it by yourself. Think about how you are going to overcome that obstacle and be that amazing person you are. Because if I were to sit back and I were to be like, oh my gosh, I was in bed with him every day for 2 years, sleeping with, like, next to him, and just having cuddles every night, and then what am I going to do? I don't get any. First off, I got my dog. So I get my cuddles regardless. But the point is if you think about that and you just overwhelm yourself, you're just hurting yourself. You know, grow. Help yourself grow from what happened. You know, because you react differently to situations after you've been through them, and you know how to handle them better for next time. Because I'll be honest, I'm not the best at reacting to situations. Nobody is. But you can learn and you can grow. And I don't think there is such thing as a perfect person or a perfect situation. And I think no matter what, there's always going to be bad with the good and the good with the ugly. And that's just me again. I mean, you may believe something different, and that's awesome and okay too. But, you know, you just got to learn to grow. And you got to think of the little things as big achievements. Like, when I first started this, I didn't know I was going to get followers, you know? But sisters. And amazing sisterhood. I didn't think I would get that, you know? I just thought I'd have my family on Facebook. If you want me to be 100% honest, like, I didn't really think that I would grow this amazing family that I have. And I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful. And what I would do to help myself is, like, because I knew this was my dream, right? Every new person, I would get so excited every time one of you guys is adding me and followed me on my Kate Returner page, or I get super excited and I, like, want to cry because I get so excited. If you follow me on YouTube as well, because it's like, wow, you know? And it makes me just feel so important, but it makes me feel so special that I have such an amazing sisterhood. And I can brag about that because I do. You know, our Kate Returner page almost has 1,100 followers. And then we have my YouTube page, Kate Returner YouTube page, and that already has almost 100 people. And I count every person that follows that, subscribes, as a huge victory for me. And because I was so nervous to do it, that I overcame my nervousness, and it turned into this amazing family. And I can't, and you know, I got this awesome opportunity. I spoke at a hospital. I'll be speaking at, you know, I have another speech coming up this year. I don't know the exact date yet, but I should be getting that very soon. And it's at my old school I used to go to school with at Belvedere North. So I'm super excited. And, you know, again, it's how you think of things. But if I were to be in that relationship, as I said, I don't know if I would have had the courage to do this. But because I had to go by myself again, and you know, I understand it, man. You're splitting your bills with somebody to, oh my God, I have all the bills all by myself. What am I going to do? How am I going to make men's meat? And then for me, I have dogs. How am I going to supply food for my dogs? How am I, you know, and all these thoughts that are so overwhelming and so heartbreaking come into your head. Like, and then it's like, but I really love you and you're leaving me. Like, how can you? Like, why would you? Like, what? Like, at a spur of a moment when you don't even understand why for some cases. And my case too. But that's okay, you know? Because then at the end of the day, I can say I did it. I am doing it, and I'm doing a dang good job at it. And I'm just thankful to be alive, you know? And honestly, I want to No, everybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can sit there, go from splitting bills, I up and left the situation I was in. I'll take responsibility for that, because too many had games and left me, but didn't want me. Regardless, I won't go into my situation in details, but the thing is, if I can go and pull myself out of that situation because it was killing me inside, and to get myself in this amazing spot to where I know my worth. I ain't a dang good girlfriend. Know your worth, guys, because I'll sit there. I did all the cooking, the cleaning, I did all the laundry. I packed some lunches for work, or cooked some lunches for work, regardless. And of course I'm not perfect, but then I just wanted time and attention. That's all I wanted out of me doing all that, so know your worth, because now I know my worth, man. I sat there, I got a home, I sat there on top of getting a home. I have started chasing my dream, and something that's so important to me about raising awareness for Turners, back when we found out, we really didn't know much about it, and we're starting to know more and more and more. So I'm so thankful and so grateful for the breakup I was in. Do I wish things were different? Of course. But you got to take the good, the bad, and the ugly and turn it into something beautiful. Because God closes one door to open another one for you. And His plan, He knows what He's doing. And you've got to trust in His plan. And I apologize if you guys don't believe and I said that. But I'm a believer, and I will stand true to my beliefs on that. And I believe in this plan, Maybe me and the ex will get back together, maybe we won't. We'll never know till it happens. But all I know, though, is I'm so focused on my dreams that what happens, happens. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to just think about your past and get yourself so overwhelmed. You want to think about your future and how you can grow into chasing your dreams, guys. Because they can turn into the most beautiful thing. Because now I got you guys as an amazing support system and family, and I love you all so much, and you all individually mean so much to me, and I'll always be there for you, and we'll be there for you. And I just wanted to give you guys this uplifting kind of speech and help you guys through this, because it's been rough even for me, especially yesterday finding out Terry died, but you're cooler than Cool Whip, as he would say. And so you guys are cooler than Cool Whip. But I want you guys to know that at the end of the day, no matter your situation, no matter the boyfriend, no matter the girlfriend, at the end of the day, you're amazing, you're worth it, you're strong, you're independent, and you're going places. And you need to remember, it is how you look at things. Because life can be so hard, so heartbreaking, so devastating. And you have these devastating situations happen that you don't fully understand why. And then we have the ability to turn it into the most beautiful thing. Guys, go chase your dreams. Because you have one life, and it goes by so fast, and you never regret what you did in life, but you sure regret what you didn't do in life. And I love you all so much. I'm gonna get off here, and I love you all. Please go like and follow my Kate Returner YouTube page and Facebook page. I love you all. Your guys' support means everything to me. And I'm so thankful to have you guys. And I hope that this helped at least one person listening to this. I love y'all. Have a good day.